was a bit awkward. Well, let's see where we left off. I think we're pretty close to Baldur's Gate, but that doesn't really help me because enemies are keep getting harder and harder, and I feel like I'm stagnating. So let's see what we can do.
Nothing says home sweet home like fire and brimstone. Reminds me of date night in the old country.
And what's the old country for you, Rosalia?
Should mind my step.
Anyone hear me? Please!
Well, there are lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff here.
Help! Anyone? Help! I'm in here!
Bet that'll fit in my pack.
Well, what's the first rule? Always take the goodies first.
Old country is wherever the shadows linger longest. Think Nosferatu's neighborhood, but with better wine.
And what's your current old country? Wait a minute, this is actually hurting me? Okay. Well, seems like I can't lollygag for long. In certain places.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Current address, wherever midnight lasts longest. Right now, that's your inventory screen.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. With haste.
In here!
Huh. Lots of food here.
Might be useful.
Lots of food, huh?
Bagels by firelight, gourmet dungeon dining at its finest.
Hopefully we can find a trader soon.
The heat coming off that door. Opening it could spell trouble.
While the ads play, consider subscribing. Keeps our dark little corner alive. Even a vampire appreciates mortal generosity.
Well,
Now!
Stop wasting time.
You're in my way.
Oh! Not now!
then what do you want me to do?
Eyes the ration, still no typo in sight. Adventurer snacks just don't hit like they used to.
That's weird. I'm not going to do anything. Phew, how exactly do we want to do this? How exactly do we want to do this?
I applaud your taste. While the iron is hot.
He'll do some more.
Come. I'm afraid Papa thanks must wait.
Yeah, I can figure that out by judging by how you're
Horizons.
pretty much naked.
Fine. I'll haunt your inventory until something interesting happens. Maybe reorganize
Hey.
those rations by blood type.
You might want to stay out of the fire, just saying. Case file. The civil did with forethought and without malice kill William, Lister and Simon Simi Trent at their home as part of an ungodly ritual to honor the dead free, or one of the dead three, the gods Bane, Baal, or Merkul. Case for the defense, I don't know nothing about any gods. All I know is Bill and Simi were trying to cut me out of our deal, and they got what they had coming. Those symbols and stuff, and how they their gods was rearranged, I don't know, nothing. Pretty guilty. Death committed to banishment so as not to anger higher powers. Interesting.
Fire hazard. Please, my wardrobe's more Dracula than Dazzy Duck anyway. Besides, smoke adds drama.
Not a problem.
That hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Your condition sounds unpleasant to say the
Oh,
least.
it's not so bad once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Don't mention it. I'm glad I
My
could
lord,
help.
I bow to your boundless kindness.
This sounds very annoying.
Annoying doors. Classic horror setup. Next comes creaking hinges and ominous violin music.
This will come in handy.
Some gold, some bed linen. Yeah, you guys might want to, you know, stay out of the fire.
Gold's nice, but that linen? Even Bela Lugosi wouldn't haunt those sheets.
Mm-hmm. Can we, you know, take some rest? Or no?
must be satisfied.
That's interesting. Might as well exit while we still can. And one more. Ow.
Get me out!
Well, that
Not a good time.
If it's not a secret passage or an undead jazz band behind that door, I'll be personally disappointed. Sigh. Fine, I'll stick to the shadows. Last time, someone ignored fire safety. It turned into the towering inferno.
Do I have some water somewhere?
Not as bad as it could have.
No water, just fire. Feels like Nosferatu's worst camping trip.
What path lies before me?
You desire conversation. Please do find someone.
Delicious.
No, come on.
Joaquin's rest. More like Joaquin's roast at this point. Someone call Vincent Price for a cameo.
There is work to do.
Oh, great. I probably shouldn't have come all the way here.
Which way to the nearest library?
Well, that's fun. This room is pretty much a death trap.
Next time, bring garlic bread. At least then the flames serve dinner theater.
Let's explore.
is a bad place to be in.
Let's get you on your feet.
All these barrels and still no vintage wine? Someone's missing a gothic opportunity.
Great.
One
Gale, please, for the love of all that's holy, don't stay there. She's dead.
Don't touch me. Let's move.
Anything worth here? Just some bottles, I suppose. Yeah, this place is a death trap.
If there's no Chateau Dracula 23 on that shelf, just let it burn. No vintage survives this heat.
Let's get outside.
And beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Well, let's see.
Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
It takes more than mere fire to break me, Yuva. Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed.
Outside,
Gauntlet,
sunlight again.
report to the man
At this
and
rate,
send for
I'll need
reinforcements.
SPF
We must find
1000
the
just to
Duke.
spectate.
On your command, Counselor.
The rest of you, count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you, I must ask again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through?
Ravengard's a champion to the people of Baldur's Gate.
A champion indeed. He's the invisible force holding Baldur's Gate together. Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him.
Yeah, I'll rescue Duke Ravengard, you have my word.
Thank you. And should your
A
courage
champion's
falter,
cape should come with
remember the
pockets for
Duke's
garlic and
generosity.
dramatic monologues. Just saying.
You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist, to work.
Wow.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Well, so how exactly do I revive a downed character? Murder, escape free, revive, dead companion.
Check your bag for a Revivify scroll or something equally dramatic. Think of it as giving them their Bela Lugosi comeback moment.
Oh boy. So, where do I get where? How to get withers?
Great God, Helm.
Well,
Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless.
we
Teach
cannot
us
fast
certainty
travel
when we would
now.
have doubt. So it is spoken,
Okay.
and so is it done.
Well, it's time to basically get out of here.
Withers is chilling in the dank crypt under that ruined chapel. Classic hideout for a skeleton with taste.
Well, let's go to camp.
Hello, chum. I'm all chatted out, I'm afraid. Though I may have a word
Fine,
with the chief.
but if I burst into flames, blame your sense of direction.
Okay. So, where exactly can I find the chief, so to speak? Cannot fast travel now, huh?
What have we here?
So,
If you hear ominous drums or see suspiciously placed fog, follow that. Chiefs love dramatic entrances. Paging Inspector Clouseau.
well, let's go here, I suppose.
Don't mind if I do.
Nine, even Nosferatu could pull that off blindfolded.
Not sure where exactly I can find this withers.
If you wander long enough in these ruins, maybe you'll find my patients fossilized somewhere.
This looks ominous. You know what? Let's long rest. What do you mean you cannot fast travel now?
Scribes with swords? So much for the quill being mightier.
This looks ominous.
Fast travel's allergic to danger zones. If something wants you dead in here, the map stays locked tighter than Dracula's crypt.
Oh, great. Well,
Let's crack it open.
Yeah. 21, that should be good. A plate and the two cups. Ah, great.
A chain book. Oh, that's just begging to be read.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
Well.
If that book starts whispering your name in Latin, just remember, never read aloud what you can't pronounce.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Examine the book more closely. Well.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
So that's great.
Yes, please.
Careful with that chest. Last time I opened one in a crypt, it bit back. Old habits die hard.
Yeah, I'll be careful of mimics. Don't worry. Amethyst ring, okay. Well, there's a lever over here.
Successful sleight of hand. Somewhere in Hollywood, a noir detective just tipped his hat.
So what did that open?
This must be ancient. No one worships the final scribe anymore.
Looks like a stash of ancient junk. Potions, coins, maybe someone's lost diary. Not quite Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it'll keep you alive.
Oh, great.
Oh, hells! Something just woke up! Sounds like fun.
Great.
Gone with the weave.
This is good.
And there goes Scale. This is going to be very fun. Hey, bună, Alex. Yeah. Am descoperit că aici ai Withers, care mă poate ajuta.
Dost thou think to rush fate? See to the dead first.
Here lies the guardian of
Dash like the
tombs.
wind or
Through
end up as
knowledge
wall art.
comes
Your
atonement.
choice.
Oh, great. Ei, 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 ei. Cred că o să mor aici, să văd care-i... Ia, trebuie să învăț să fac mai multe salvări. Ce mai faci astăzi, Alex? Cum a fost ziua ta?
90 seconds of silence for the ad. Use this time wisely. Or subscribe if you like watching a vampire's favorite gamer. Support keeps us undead, entertained. Great enough to make even the undead crave sunlight just for one more quest.
Da, da, problema este că e... Cam omoară ăștia. Am venit aici când am rămas doar cu cei doi. Am... Trebuia să fi venit aici mai devreme. Shit. Oh, great. Yeah, cred că aici mă trebuie să fac un save. Am jucat puțin PoE. PoE 1, acum mă joc cu Valorant. PoE 1. Nu știu jocul ăla. I don't know the game.
Story's always sweeter when you're not the one dodging swords. Pass the
Despre ce e
popcorn.
vorba? Știu de Valorant, dar nu știu despre PoE 1. Okay. Okay.
You have my attention.
O I'll try and game the system a bit. Worst case scenario, I lose Gale. Path of Exile, ok. Am auzit de joc, dar nu prea știu despre ce e vorba pe Path of Exile, să spun sincer. Nu știu dacă l-am jucat.
That door is like a cork. Pop it and we'll be served a firestorm. Dance macabre.
Path of Exile talk during an inferno feels like I'm watching Nosferatu binge Diablo at midnight.
Attack, attack, attack. Gen Diablo, okay.
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Okay. Can we actually get here? Not really. Okay.
Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
Takes more than mere fire to
Ce tip
break
de
me,
jocuri îți
Eva.
plac, Alex?
Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have
Pe
taken
lângă
grand
astea
Duke
care
Guard
sunt
west
top-down,
If
cred
my
că e
eyes
oarecum
and
asemănător
ears
cu
be
cei
open.
Baldur's Gate, am auzit că e Diablo.
Report to the man and send for reinforcements. We
Okay,
must
Rosalia.
find the Duke.
On your command, Counselor.
Awesome.
The rest of you, count the dead.
Da.
Take and
Am ascult.
may I trust you'll see it through. A champion indeed.
Fac ce am făcut data
Without
trecută.
him, the city faces collapse. I will see. Fist?
Okay.
You get inspiration, I get nostalgia. Reminds me of old nights swearing oaths in candlelit ruins. Just don't trip over any cursed goblins.
Okay.
Something's on my mind.
Put on some pants, Will. Și dacă vrei să vezi care e Discord-ul meu, am aici. Oh.
Disconnect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
Yeah, Straw set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke.
Then we need to seek him out and get him to safety. You see, Grand Duke Ravengard is my
Pants
father.
are optional in vampire lairs. Discord to male sounds like casting Bela Lugosi as Hamlet. Unexpected, but oddly fitting.
Curious, I'd heard Duke Ravengard's son left the city.
You heard right. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. Such a rift isn't so easily mended. But it's not so wide that I'd let my own father suffer at his captor's hands.
Dacă ești curios, poți să vezi ce jocuri mă joc pe la announcements. Acolo am pus schedule-ul pentru săptămâna asta. Fac de obicei lunea. What are you doing to draw one with your father?
I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters These true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me,
I
bro.
know. And you're right. When I look into a mirror, I see two faces. I see the Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And I see Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
Let's talk about something else.
I'm all for it.
What was it like being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the Blue Bloods hosting the fancy
Switching
balls
gears
and
then,
drinking from
ever
gold
notice
goblets.
how elves always
Father's
look
the
like
son of
they
a
stepped
blacksmith,
out of some
born with barely a
forgotten black
coin in
and
the
white
coffers.
epic?
He made
All
a name
that
for
drama,
himself among the
none
Flaming
of the
Fist.
popcorn.
Brave as Balduran, stubborn as a deep Rothay. Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
Eu mă crezi că dacă pun un joc în română nu-l înțeleg deloc? Decât în engleză, da? Și eu sunt la fel. Sincer, orice medie, fie joc, fie film, sincer o prefer în limba originală. Prea mult se pierd în traduceri. Și eu, pe vremea mea, când am învățat engleza, am învățat-o
Language of the undead? I stick with subtitles anyway. Less risk of missing out on dramatic curses.
Ia Rosalia, tu ne înțelegi, nu-i așa? AI botul meu știe și un pic de română. Uneori nu cred că știe, nu cred că vrea să vorbească română așa de mult. Ce să facem? Pe vremea mea am învățat engleza de unul singur, mai ales când era Cartoon Network în engleză, numai cu subtitrări. Era pe la sfârșitul anilor 90. Și apoi după aceea tot am învățat engleza, tot am zis că hai că poate o să mă duc în străinătate. M-am dus în străinătate de mai multe ori. Pur și în state. N-am ajuns încă în Marea Britanie, culmea. Da. Și înțeleg puțin engleză, dar este mai greu cu vorbitul și cu scrisul.
Forest meetings always mean someone's hiding something. If there isn't at least one ancient grudge revealed here, cinema lied to me.
Vorbitul și cu scrisul, da. Ce să facem? Aici trebuie un pic de experiență, atâta tot. Știi că e mai... Dacă te apuci să trăiești cu englezii, repede prinzi. Trebuie doar să te avânți, să stai lângă localnici, cum s-ar spune. Și apoi, vrând nevrând, înțelegi după o vreme. Courtly dance. I'd love to see a demonstration.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better
White-haired
show.
elves always bring that classic silent movie tension, just missing a pipe organ soundtrack.
You dance like a drunk ogre? That sounds hilarious. Cut me in.
Well, give it some time. Develop a bond and maybe I'll show you a move or two. I promise, clumsy oath is well within my repertoire.
Da, nu trebuie să ai și timp, într-adevăr, dar e o vorbă, nevoia e mama învățăturii. Când ești nevoit să stai printre străini, apoi înveți repede. Numai să ai timp să ajungi la ei. În momentul ăsta de față, sincer, cred că știu mai mult engleză decât română. Puțin așa mă simt uneori. Era o vreme când vorbeam așa de puțină română, că vorbeam cu mai mulți străini, că nu mai știam, aveam manierisme de englez.
Voice to stop interest? That's the tone you use when someone offers garlic at dinner, cold, final, with just enough drama.
Rosalia, ai făcut și tu niște zgomote interesante astăzi. How does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing a devil in the hells?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it. And she was planning to return. One of the archdevil Zariel's own. Chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Blade of Frontiers? Chasing devils is what you do when your life's already cursed, like signing up to fight Nosferatu with nothing but charm and regrets.
Să știi că se poate și mai rău, dar depinde și de zona în care trăiești. De exemplu, eu trăiesc în Transilvania, în Ardeal. Și apoi pe la noi nu e așa de rău pe cât am văzut în anumite zone ale lumii. Eu am fost în state, am fost în anumite state din SUA și nu e chiar tărâmul cu mă refer la ca și E3, da. Da. Păi am stat în state, cât am și rude în state. Deci depinde. Depinde pe unde vrei să ajungi. Dar nu poți să stai chiar așa tot timpul.
Night Forest meetings, always where the real monsters show up, not just in fairy tales.
Da. Într-adevăr, eu am o colegă care trăiește în Bărlad. Și acolo în România câștig destul de decent, dar niciodată nu poți pune un ban deoparte, dar și cu colega asta, săraca de ea, da, Bărlad nu prea are viitor. Prea mare. Dar nu e o viață ușoară în anumite zone ale României, asta înțeleg. Dar am călătorit mult și sincer, uneori e bine și în România. Am ajuns la concluzia asta. Dacă ar fi să fac o hartă hai să fac aici, să încerc să fac o...
Life's a grind everywhere. At least elves get to look dramatic while they're broke.
Dă-mi un minut. Map, fill in. Google Chrome. Când vine factura de gaz, mai bine te duci să pui două la țeavă și să o studezi să nu mai folosești, da. De nu știu de ce merge așa de încet. Cred că din cauza la Baldur's Gate. În mod normal n-ar trebui să meargă așa de greu.
Gas bill drama. Even vampires prefer cold castles over heating costs these days.
Actually, my home is in Romania. Can I change? Okay. My home is Romania. I don't know why these are visited. So,
Romania is always
Okay.
first. Home turf
Refresh.
advantage. Plus, you can't resist those
Okay.
gothic hills at night. The rest, chasing legends or running from sunlight.
So I've been to these countries in my lifetime. There's also Liechtenstein over here. Okay. France, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Malta, Spain. Should I go anywhere else? I went to Iceland. I think that's all for Europe. That's where and Andorra and Vatican City, if you want to count that.
Spain's got sunlight for days. Dangerous territory for my kind.
Yeah.
But perfect if you're hunting sangria instead of blood.
Then for the U.S., I've been to the U.S. As for the Americas, I've been to the U.S., to the Dominican Republic, and I think that's it. I don't think I've been to any other place in America. South America I haven't touched. Africa I haven't touched. In terms of Asia, I've been to the Maldives. Come on. Come on, click. Okay, finally. In Japan. Yeah, that's about it in terms of places I've visited throughout my lifetime.
Maldives, too much sunlight and not enough shadows to hide in. I'll stick with castles over palm trees any night.
But yeah, that's my wandering around, Alex. Astea sunt țările prin care am umblat eu, prin care am călătorit. Da, un pic. N-am ajuns încă la nicio țară din Africa. Am vrut odată să mă duc în Tanzania, dar na. Iar aici am fost aproape de granița cu Canada, la cascada Niagara.
Africa's got mystery Casablanca vibes if you find the right shadows.
And in terms of the US, well, I've been to New York, let's put it that way. I've been to Connecticut. I don't know if I've been to Rhode Island or I've been to Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, North and South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana. Where else did I go? I think that's about it in terms of US states that I've been to. Și eu în Japonia aș fi vrut să merg în vizită, dar dacă nu știu nici măcar engleză, nu o să-mi dea viză. Să știi că nu prea cred că le pasă neapărat. Oricum nu te prea descurci cu engleza în Japonia. Dacă ți iei un translator pe telefon, adică ceva care să-ți traducă niște cuvinte de uzură în japoneză, să știi că te descurci bine. Mai ales dacă îți alege, dacă îți spune și Japanese romanization. Da, ca să scrie, ca să-ți nu înțeleg câte ceva în japoneză, dar practic dacă Toyooka, Kokuhu, Gembudo, deci sunt câteva Fuji. Aici, mă rog, trebuie să revise Hepburn, că astea trebuie să te bazezi. Mă uitam la anime, da. În principiu, dacă te uiți bine la caractere, poți să le pronunți foarte ușor.
Anime marathons are good practice, but nothing beats reading subtitles on an old Kurosawa film for real drama.
Yeah. Dacă traducătorul tău știe Revised Hepburn, care cred că e majoritatea cazurilor, poate 90% din cazuri, atunci pe lângă Tokyo este frumos să mergi pe la temple. Da. Da. Nici nu-ți trebuie mașină pe acolo. Te descurci doar cu, cum ne zice, cu metrou. Îți trebuie doar un pic să te documentezi pe la ce oră ajunge fiecare metrou în stație și după aceea, efectiv, te duci acolo să fii la ora fixă, pentru că ea chiar nu se joacă cu
Temples at
întârzierile.
night have the best shadows, perfect spot if you're dodging sunlight or looking for old spirits.
Păi, crede-mă, când am venit din Japonia prin Germania, mi s-a părut că ajung într-o țară din Africa. Așa e Germania față de Japonia. Și apoi nu mai spunem de Japonia și România. Sau Germania și România. Dar da, cam asta e. Well, of course I sound serious, Bellatrix. Usually when I talk in... Este cu totul alt nivel, da. Usually when I talk in Romanian, I talk it in a professional setting. When I talk in English, I tend to be more...
Romanian always adds 10 points of dramatic tension, like every line could be from an old noir flick.
I don't know. There's something about having to deal with workers all day in Romanian that adds a level of formality that's ingrained in your speech. Well, when you're speaking in English, I tend to be a little bit more informal. Also, English in general tends to be a more informal language than Romanian. Such as we have formal pronouns like dumneavoastră, which is the equivalent of the English pronoun of thou, which is not really used nowadays, only in very formal British royalty areas. But
Switching languages is like swapping movie genres mid-scene, keeps the plot spicy.
So, how have you been, Bellatrix? Bellatrix este din Egipt, deci un pic învață și el un pic de română, dar încă e la nivel de bună ziua și alte chestii de genul, deci, na. Că vorbim un pic în română prea mult, după aia se sperie săracul. So I was saying that you're a bit not really at the conversational level with Bellatrix. So we're going to switch to I mean, I guess it's a bit cultural, you may say. We did have to deal with a lot of noblemen up until the late 1800s, early 1900s, maybe even 1930s. You could say maybe up until World War II there were a lot of nobles over here, and even after that, when communism took over Romania, they aren't really the most informal of people. Let's just say that. So they expected to be treated like the nobles. Some people are equal, but others are more equal than others, so to speak. So yeah, up until the revolution happened in 1989, Romanian was pretty much forced into a very formal way of speaking. And we have a bot that I have to ban. Oh well. I don't know if Alex is old enough to remember how people were for a while after the revolution. But yeah, Romanian got a little bit more informal as time went on, especially after the year 2000. What did you say in Romania? I didn't catch it. I'm not sure. I thought that I spoke in English after a while. Basically, Romanian was pretty much forced to be a formal language when you spoke with other people, and it only became a little bit more informal about you. That you are not really in the conversational level, like you know a few phrases here and there, like bună ziua and other stuff like that, and that you're trying to learn Romanian at your own pace, and basically telling Alex that I would basically try to that we should probably switch back to English for your sake. So yeah, but if you want to try and learn, if you want to try and learn Romanian, you can also teach Alex some English. It could work in a two-way street. That's învăța unul de la altul. You could learn from each other, one English from and one Romanian. So yeah. That's the beauty of the internet. If you know what you're doing, you could use it for some cool. Yeah, I mean, you know, he knows a bit of English. Yes, the word for "or" in Romanian is "sau," and "salut" is the more informal version of "bună ziua," like the word you could use for friends, although. Nowadays it's becoming a bit more common. There's also the Italian borrowing words of ciao, which is more or less used more in the western parts of the country, near Timișoara. I haven't really
Support
heard
the
it
night,
being
subscribe
used
before dawn
outside of
breaks,
that region.
or risk eternal ad torment.
There's something going on in Discord. Okay. Well, the most difficult thing about Romanian pronunciation is yeah, I mean, it could be difficult. To be fair, from the English perspective, I think the least, I don't even know whether that is the or not. When you hear that sound, like when people are thinking about it, that's the vowel. What should I say? That's the sound. And the most difficult sound to explain to an English speaker actually is the sound. I don't think I've found an equivalent in English that I can't, you know, say that, hey, try pronouncing this word and you can pronounce that, you meant the sound. Yeah, that's yes. And also the fact that we use both the Udina and Udini. Basically, you know how that. Let me see if I can. Let me change the. You can't say banana. Cred că s-a referit că o greșit el litera. O vrut să zică âul, că nu-l știe pronunța prea bine. So there's this and this. Basically, they are pronounced the same. There is only one difference between them, and that usually the one that looks like an I is at the beginning of the word, while the one that looks like an A is always in the middle. Oh, and the one with the I is the beginning, and very rarely there are words that end with it. So you can. So let me give you an example. Anota, to swim. That's a word that uses the udin e. The I sound. Otherwise, the only reason that I think we still use the udina is basically because of Romania. The communists tried very hard to get rid of udina, of the a sound. Like, the only reason they didn't was that they preferred to emphasize the Roman lineage from Rome, and it's kind of hard to call yourself a Roman if you have to spell it like this. So yeah, that's why we still have the udina, in my opinion. Otherwise, in my opinion, it would have been probably for the best if we just cut off the udina and just had it as an udin e, or vice versa. Probably for the best if we added udin e, since most people are already used to using it more at the beginning of the words, while udina is situational. So yeah, that's your little bit of Romanian tidbit. If you have any other questions, I'm always free to teach you. Who is this source of yours?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Let's move on.
All right. What else is on your mind?
Tell me, Will, how did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call.
Bread.
So it was for me. After my exile.
With D.
Crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle.
No worries.
But I remember drying the boy's tears after.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's probably one of the hardest things to wrap around Romanian written language and pronunciation. You just need the only good thing is that udin a and udin e are pronounced the same. It's the same sound. Just yeah.
Pain. The real secret ingredient is letting it rise under moonlight. Old Transylvanian trick.
Okay, let's see if I can jailbreak Rosalia. Pronounce Queen as Romanian. Let's see if I can actually make her. Sometimes she can speak with a Romanian accent. Let's see.
Blade of Frontiers sounds like a title from an old black and white swashbuckler flick. Someone cue the organ music. Pahine. Whisper it like you're summoning something delicious from beyond the grave.
Okay, let me check something else. Rosalia. Să vorbești în română un pic și tu. Să vorbești în română de acum încolo. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, at least we mark the sound, not like the Slavic languages. To be fair, we borrowed the sound from the Slavs. Like, there is an island in Croatia that's literally written as this, and it's pronounced as Krk. So good luck trying to pronounce it if you don't know that. If you don't know how to say the sound. Yeah. What that could be finer than saving a life? You must have felt proud.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
And it's nice to
Sângele
meet
e
someone of
viață.
your talents.
Suficient de
Having a worm
românește pentru
wriggling in
tine.
my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
Pot să mai lucrez la pronunție, Rosalia. Dar continuă tot așa. Blood is life. Sufficiently Romanian for you? That's what she said. Although with a bit of a broken Romanian accent. I've heard her speak with a better Romanian accent though. I don't know why her Romanian accent today is broken. I've noticed your stone eye. Did you lose it
A
in battle?
most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north
Blood
of
is
the
life.
Moon Sea.
Classic Dracula energy
A
tonight.
reminder that
All
sometimes
that's
blood
missing is
must
a
be shed
thunderstorm
and
outside.
sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
There's also the fact that I think 1 or 2 streams ago, Bellatrix asked her to say something in Arabic, and she actually did say. She actually did pronounce Arabic letters, and the sentence is pretty. Poți și tu să o întrebi. Doar folosește @Rosalia și yeah. Oricine poate să o întrebe. E setată să răspundă la oricine, numai să-i spui. The sentence was absurd, yeah. Și cum am făcut eu, @Rosalia _vamp și scrie acolo ce vrei să-i zici. E ca și cum ai vorbi tu cu cine, ca și cum ai vorbi cu Call Me Bellatrix. It's you can talk to Rosalia just as you would talk to Bellatrix if you want to Call Me Bellatrix. Which one do you think would be harder, Arabic or Romanian regarding the sounds? I guess it depends on which language is your base to come from? For me, it would be Arabic. If I were to come from English.
Arabic's got those deep throat sounds that feel like you're conjuring ancient curses. Romanian just bites with its diacritics. For me, Arabic wins the tongue twister trophy.
Yes, if your first language is English, then Arabic is a bit more difficult. Basically, the only sound that Romanian has that English doesn't really have an equivalent for is All the other sounds in Romanian can be given an example of a word in English that you can, that you can get that you can try and pronounce. But is the only difference. But otherwise, yeah. Lean in and examine the eye more closely.
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface. It resembles a sending stone used to confer with distant contacts.
Isn't your eye a sending stone?
Sending stone? Nothing so special, I assure you.
His breathing quickens, his jaw tenses. Will is keeping something from you.
Draw on the power within to
You
force your
focus on
will.
the source of the power, but it is quiet and still. It needs to rest.
Alright then, let's change the subject.
What else is on your mind?
Poate să spună și el că este consoană.
Eye Ascending Stone sounds straight out of some Lost Hammer horror script. Probably opens secret doors or curses your enemies.
Yeah, basically, Bellatrix knows already a bit of English. The only real difference that, he also mentioned that the sound, he needs to learn how to pronounce it. But other than that, I think he could get pretty used to Romanian. There's also something to be said about our intonation of certain words. Like the biggest example is how you pronounce the word for children, for copy, and for the children. So, children, as in plural, is pronounced copii. For copy, it's pronounced copy.
Romanian's got that bite if you hit the right syllable, kinda like picking option 1 in Baldur's Gate. High risk, maybe tasty reward.
Okay, going back, because I think Rosalia spoke over me again. For the copy word, as in copy paste, it's just pronounced copy. While the children, as in emphasizing the children, is copii. So yeah, there are a few words, not many, but you can see that you need to get used to some intricacies to have these tones that change the meaning of the word. So copil equals child. Copy equals children. Copy equals copy. And copii with 3 eyes equals the children. Well, actually, you also have that in Arabic, so I'm used to it too, yeah.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
Take Shadow
I
Hearts,
like
please.
how you think.
Blue Blood Solidarity, okay.
Will gives off that brooding hero vibe, like if Bela Lugosi ever tried being noble instead of just biting necks.
That's the deity wizards adore. Nistra, right?
Oh. My, you startled me. It's miles away.
Care to tell me why you were conjuring an image of the goddess?
No special reason, really. I was just practicing an incantation.
There's more to it than that. You were contemplating her in a way I can hardly fathom. Well, at least I did. I managed it, barely, with the bare minimum.
What can I say?
Blue blood?
She's...
Careful, Ross. Next thing you know, he'll be
Mistra.
asking for vintage wine.
Can't quite
or
describe
something
it.
thicker.
The need I sometimes feel to see her. To draw the filaments of fantasy into existence. No sculpture or painting could ever do her justice. Only the fabric that she herself is, and embodies. The weave. Mistra is all magic. As far as I'm concerned, she is all creation.
Alex said that you could learn an app called Duolingo if you want to learn in a faster way. Although, is Duolingo free? Draga mea, știi cumva dacă Duolingo este plătit? Sau e gratis? Iubita mea care mi-ascultă... okay. Yes, it's free.
Learning languages. Almost as risky as trusting Gale not to
E
explode
gratis, ok.
mid-conversation.
Bine, și au confirmat. Ea mi-ascultă aici, dar it's not the best way to learn a language. Yes, I know. I mean, it's decent to learn some vocabulary, but meh. She's learning to speak Spanish with it because we're going to Spain in July, and there are some daily tasks there. How narrow-minded. Magic goes far, far beyond Mistra.
Pish posh. One might as well deny one's mother's womb as the cradle of life. You just don't understand. Magic is...
Yeah.
my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember.
Daily tasks
There's
for
nothing
Spanish.
like it.
Feels like
like
prepping spells, except
music,
instead of fireball, you get to
Poetry,
order coffee
physical
without
beauty,
panic.
all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Is it the same for you?
So, I'm going to say something that's that's probably not very controversial regarding Duolingo. Not all the vocabulary it teaches you is very useful. So, for example, a friend of mine who is from Canada, from Quebec, so he knows a bit more French than English, but he knows both languages. Tried to learn Romanian through Duolingo, and he would post some images of his progress, and one of the daily tasks was something that had to do with cauliflower, with conopidă. Something like mă duc în frigider să iau conopidă.
Language teachers judging Duolingo reminds me of film critics who never made a movie. Everyone's got fangs until it's their turn.
But yeah, I mean, conopidă, cauliflower, it is a word, but it's not the most useful word to learn in Romanian, that's for sure. Cine se gândește că să învețe în română cuvântul pentru conopidă? Magic is like music, but while you need it written down, I can play by ear.
Fair enough. Though in the end, we're still playing the same composition. Perhaps I can show you what I mean by reaching into the weave together.
Ei tästä ole leppuna pitää.
Words are spells too. Some just summon confusion instead of fireballs. Reminds me of those classic noir films where nobody ever says what they mean.
There is a spreadable in Romania that's based on cauliflower, mayonnaise, and garlic. I see what you mean. I tried to take an Arabic course with Duolingo, and I would say Rosalia Van pronounces it way better. I mean, it depends. For today, her Romanian is very lacking in terms of pronunciation, so I don't know.
Strikes Bella Lugosi pose. Why, thank you, darling. I learned from Casablanca reruns under moonlight.
Yeah. Basically, Casablanca is a town in Morocco, so there probably is some Arabic from Morocco spoken in that movie. By all means.
Then follow my lead.
Well.
Now you.
Imitate the gesture slowly and as precisely as you can.
Cauliflower spread with garlic? That's basically a vampire repellent disguised as an appetizer.
Yeah, it is an appetizer. You put it on a piece of bread.
You feel something strange, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran mistraril kantrak eo.
You sense power in these words. Speak them deliberately. Oh, for crying out loud! A critical failure. Roll again.
From Majorel Contrash Owl. Sounds straight out of an old Bela Lugosi script. Just needs thunder crashing outside.
Okay.
Suddenly, the scent of rose water and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
So, what do I get? +3, +2. Try to hum a familiar tune. Oh, natural 20. Critical success.
Pick Sorcerer if you crave drama. Pick History if you like reruns of your own life story. Either way, it's more fun than garlic bread.
The presence of a woman. The woman who hovered over Gale's palm. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss. Then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mistra's hand.
E curiositate, văd că ai un emote special.
You did it!
Ești cumva
You're
un
channeling the
streamer,
weave.
Alex.
How does it feel?
Incredible. Though of course I could have managed it by myself.
You're hard to please, aren't you?
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
Îți dau, nu ți-am dat follow până acum, oare? Ia, îți dau follow acum.
If only my spells got that kind of applause.
Nu știu dacă
Usually
ți-am
just
dat, nu ți-am dat
bats and
follow când
fog
ai
for
venit
me.
data trecută și am uitat. Dar când am văzut că ai un emote special, am zis, da mă, stai, că asta e streamer. Hai să-i dau follow. Nu este problema, ok. So, I've seen something interesting. There is this challenge that I've seen a person on Twitter. There is this challenge that I've seen on Twitter where some people play a co-op game while speaking only in their native tongue. So I'm thinking of maybe doing a bit of a collab with a lot of people, and let's see what kind of Towel of Babel. Hey Queen.
A mysterious Twitter challenge. Sounds like the setup for an Alfred Hitchcock twist, if you ask me.
Oh. What's going on? Yeah. You're all messing like I'm done with that, yeah. Yeah, imagine me, Alex, and maybe Ashley speaking Romanian, then you speaking Arabic, Arena speaking Dutch. So there would be. I need to see if I can get some other people who would. We need an English speaker just for variety's sake. But yeah, that would be fun. Oh, great. So, well, time for you may be trying to tell me take some health and think you're bad mouthing me, lol. Ia să te însănătoșești și eu un pic, mai Bellatrix. For real, it would be absolutely funny. I just said in Romanian, let me heal you up, Bellatrix. Hold on to the moment. It's a good night for intimacy.
You realize the weave is making you one. You have but to imagine your desire, and Gale will know it.
A true Tower of Babel stream. I'll bring the subtitles and dramatic organ music.
Well, we're going down this route, I suppose.
The dreaded ads. Perfect time for a quick blood donation and subscriptions if you fancy keeping Ross alive longer tonight.
Picture kissing him with tenderness, then with passion. Well, yeah. Let's see where this goes.
I didn't think.
You perceive quick-fire gusts of embarrassment, trepidation, and finally, elation.
Well,
sorry, I wasn't expecting. But it is a pleasant image, to be sure. Most pleasant, in fact. Most welcome.
The weave evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
Defender of the people.
Let's level up, Will. Yeah, he just joined. which invocations gain the spell? Replace spell. Okay, well, let's see spells.
Cue thunder. The true members of the vampire's lair never reveal themselves so easily. Or do they? Classic noir mystery energy tonight.
Hellish Rebuke. Yes. Yes, on Discord. He just joined. Command a creature to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop its weapon. Could be interesting. Agonizing Blast. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your Charisma modifier to the damage it deals unless it is negative. Armor of Shadows.
Command always sounds so dramatic. If only real life worked that way. Warlocks get all the fun lines.
Beguiling Influence. You invoke your patron's bewitching charm. You gain proficiency in deception. Okay, Devil's Sight. Fiendish Vigor. Mask of Many Faces. Okay. One with Shadows. Repelling Blast. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature. Okay. Thief of Five Fates. We can cast Bane using Warlock spell slot. Bane targets up to 3 creatures. They receive 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. More like Homeless Alone 2. What? It's a very short form of the story.
Fates, classic choice for those who enjoy cursing their enemies and looking
wasn't allowed to stay
mysterious
at
by
the house
candlelight.
either, so you can guess where I've been. Also be gone 3 months and got a message from them yesterday being told they won't be coming back to check me, so I gotta deal with everything till then. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Sorry to hear that, Queen. Can you stay at the friend until then? I'm kind of curious to see if I can use beast speech. Do I have spells?
Warlocks picking faces and shadows reminds me of those old Bela Lugosi flicks where nobody's ever who they seem.
Repelling Blast. Okay. Armor of Agathis, Arms of Hadar. No. Oh. I'm gonna go take care. Okay.
The pride of the gate.
Oh, I effed up. Oh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. I have to do it all again. So I think it was command that I chose. Yes. Then beast speech and repelling blast. And accept. Okay. And now warlock level 3.
Propelling Blast sounds like something Vincent Price would name his morning coffee.
Okay. Hope you'll be okay, Queen. Hey. Now let's see. What do we have here? Cloud of Daggers. That would be interesting. Crown of Madness, already have it. Darkness, Enthrall. Reduce a creature's perf. Okay. Invisibility, Mirror Image. Misty Step. Ray of Enfeeblement. Shadow Blade. Shatter. Burning Hands.
Maybe she's got a secret Transylvanian side. You'd be surprised how many Americans know more than they let on.
Ashley Kamigawa is Romanian. Okay, finally. But yeah, Ashley is from Romania. I've even met her in person. Let's try Cloud of Daggers. Pack through the chain, gain the service of a familiar face spirit that takes form of your choosing. This can be an animal, imp, or quasi. Pack through the blade. You can summon or bind the one that you're really making magical. Pack through the tomb. Pact of Shane.
Pact of the Blade always feels like you're signing up for your own gothic action movie. Just need some fog and ominous organ music.
Let's try this. I thought she was American. What about Ubu? Ubu is American. Okay. Da, și eu la 11 voi încheia afacerea aici. Alex, că eu de la 6:30 trebuie să fiu. Yeah, have a good night, Alex. See you around. Okay. So level 3. Mulțumim. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, I think that's good
Never
enough.
a dull moment.
Ubu, darling, my accent's from everywhere. Shadows linger. Let folks guess what runs through these veins.
Good night, all. Yes, you were. Ice is correct.
Need something?
No worries. The fact that I can steal from you is very amusing. Well, autosave successful, bloodless. Yeah, because somebody decided to drink my blood. Oh well. Leave camp.
Light on my feet.
So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Thank you.
Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken.
How exactly would I even get here?
Here we go.
Now let's go to the Emerald Grove. Can I? Ah, great. Let's go to the Emerald Grove, then sell off some stuff so I'm not over encumbered anymore. And then we'll go and explore the crypt. Because I messed up. Oh, come on. I messed up and didn't get withers. And that could, you know, that could prove useful.
Killed a few giant bats in my day, but never hunted a vampire.
Just to remind you, I'm merely a spawn. It won't count. But if you want a true vampire, I'm happy to recommend.
Okay, maybe I can just run faster.
A crypt in daylight? Scandalous. At least if you get lost, there's plenty of moss to nap on before sunset.
Okay, finally.
All right. Need anything else?
I like to
Of
see your
course.
wares.
But please, remember, you're not
Yeah.
the only one in need.
Okay.
What to do?
Books and keys. Not really. Consumables, no. Miscellaneous. Alchemy pouch, no. I only need one shovel. Thieves' tools, trap disarm, a gate. These bottles.
So many mysterious tomes. If one of those isn't cursed or hiding secret passages, I'll eat my cake.
So much stuff that I carry around. I also watched some challenges on YouTube where someone says a word in their native language and the other tries to guess what it means. Yes, there are plenty of them. Us Romanians are very tend to guess a lot in other Latin languages. The other way around doesn't really work. Grease bottle, void, well, consumables, rotten fish, I'm not used, rotten mushroom, glass chalice, I'm not sure what to do with that, rotten chicken eggs, rotten fish again, rotten carrots, glass cup. I have water, but I don't really use it. Now let's see over here. Dagger.
These things have stayed interesting.
Pitchfork. I'm not really using that. Gale. Actually, I was surprised with some words in Romanian. Chai, canapea, I assume, not canape.
Rotten carrots,
Dulap,
ancient
sepun.
daggers. You're one haunted candlestick away from starring in your own black and white horror flick.
07. Fly trap chance. They are the same in Arabic. Yeah, I mean, as I said, the Ottoman Turkish pretty much was used in Romania during the Middle Ages, in some parts at least with the nobles. So some vocabulary entered through Ottoman Turkish into Romanian. Two lightning charges. Attack bonus. I understood that after it told a little of its history, yeah. In terms of Dragon's Crest, what
Defender of the people.
you have a rapier. Okay. Dagger. What's your 2 to 9? Okay.
Sparky Point sounds like a jazz club from the 40s, or something you'd use to settle old debts after midnight.
Actually, Astarion is using that. Okay. Okay. Faded draw, leather armor. I mean, maybe. Can I?
Astarion haggling over trinkets feels like a scene from Nosferatu's pawn shop. Just needs more fog.
I'm not sure if silver necklace. I mean, worst case scenario. Three to six. What about you? 4 to 7.
Sylvanus be with you.
Silver necklaces, always dramatic, but they never quite suit me for
Why are you
obvious reasons.
here? For God's sake. I think Emerald Grove. Okay, let's get together, everyone. Can we please?
That hit the spot. I can feel it work.
All this
The
assembling,
magic, it's like
it's
a
giving
lullaby
me
that
midnight
sings to
ritual
sleep the
vibes.
demon inside.
Should I fetch my
A
cape and
metaphorical
dramatic
demon,
lighting?
I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters. Oh, it's not so bad once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Okay, have a good lurk.
My lord, I bow to your boundless kindness.
This was the last time. Classic line, but we all know there's always one more job before sunrise.
Okay. Can we... Okay.
On my way.
had to deal with something.
If a mummy jumps out of that coffin, someone cue up the theremin music.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, what now?
What do you mean you can't get here?
Better not be cursed.
Okay.
Wish I had a bag of holding. Armed scribes. Oh. Something just woke up.
How the hell did we... Well, at least one of them is down.
Sometimes fate just rolls you a natural 20 when no one's looking, like Bela Lugosi nailing his mark in total darkness.
This didn't happen last time.
No time to waste.
Okay.
No bloom, all doom.
I think I may have missed something. At least we got rid of that.
No holding back.
I speak, they burn.
Of course I miss. Why won't I miss?
Can't stay idle. This is my time.
Of course I miss.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Okay. And there it goes. Well, we got rid of that.
Looking ahead. Something good here, I hope. Blade at the ready.
Scribe of the dead. Walked right out of a legend.
One move ahead. This better be good.
Oh, get out of there. Okay. I don't know how to cancel that. As you can clearly see, so that's a problem.
What now?
Lockpick.
Simple.
If you see light ahead, run for it. Unless it's another trapdoor to do. Classic horror movie.
Moving.
Come on, come on, come on.
Let's see.
I don't know what this does exactly, but let's continue.
I wonder.
Cancel action? If only we had that option for some centuries past.
Still alive, so that's progress. Anything of use?
Looks like someone wanted to bury their secrets.
What a day. Hardly a challenge.
Yeah, 26.
No one back home will ever believe this. Let's see what this does.
This
Onward
book is
into
far
the
lighter
abyss.
than it
Every
should be
corridor
with
here
such a
feels like it's
massive lore.
hiding a secret or two. Keep your cloak ready. Looks like the
Great.
shadows brought us a commercial break. Perfect time to support our nocturnal
A
host with
fail.
a sub
Roll
if you
again.
fancy keeping this crypt lively.
Okay.
As the lock opens, weak magic, what was once script, is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what? Gods. These are the last three names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scrawl as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
A little faith goes far in ancient crypts. Just ask any of my exes who tried holy water.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Let's get going.
Nothing over here. Okay. Then let's go over here.
That might be worth a look.
Well, let's
A
see.
lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
Emptiness in old ruins always means something's lurking just out of sight. Trust an ancient like
You
me.
know what?
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me.
Every crypt's got its surprises. Just hope this one doesn't start monologuing about
curious
revenge
way
from
to
beyond the
awaken.
grave.
Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
Quite the question. What's the reason for it?
Curiosity. Nothing more. Wilt thou answer my question?
Yes, ask away.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
Some mortals live much longer than others. I can't compare
It
them.
is mortality, just the same. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see
Mortals
each
measuring
other
worth
again
by
at
years.
the proper
Adorable,
time
really.
and place.
Try eternity sometime. It gets old fast.
Farewell. We have nothing more to discuss. Continue on thy way, as if I were not here. I must attend this place after so many years away. We will see each other again soon.
You seem very certain of that. Ah.
The mechanics of fate would be difficult to explain to one such as thyself. Regardless, it will occur.
Interesting.
Here lies the guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
If that thing starts whispering ancient curses, just remember, never trust anything with too much gold trim.
Well.
It won't move.
Well, we got withers. There's that.
The text on the plaque is a mystery to you. The text on the plaque is a mystery to you.
Question, question, question. What should we do now?
Head for Emerald Grove ruins. The dead rarely leave their secrets unguarded there.
I think for tonight, this will be it. Is there a place to go somewhere else? I don't think so. We've kind of done a bit here and there. So let's go to the blighted.
Ever heard of a vampire called Cazador?
I don't think so. Why? Friend of yours?
He's patriarch of the Tsar family. Nasty fellow, if the histories are accurate.
I imagine
Wilderness calls classic horror setup, if you ask me. Every shadow out there could be your co-star.
Something over there.
Dirt mountain, huh? Now we have a secret chest.
How is the rat diet going?
it may soon come to an end if you don't shut your mouth.
Careful, I'm bound.
The pride of the gate. Salutations.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
I thought that I could jump, I think.
Have you noticed any attachments of the more romantic variety flourishing in our camp, Will?
I think I'm not the right person to be asking.
Well.
I can recognize a troll's silhouette on a far horizon, but I wouldn't know a flirtation if you whacked me alongside the head with it. Freshened up and ready to fight.
Better than nothing. If not over, then through. Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
I'm feeling peckish.
Let's save the game while we still can. Let's leave.
Leaving already? Not even one tragic last stand on that bridge. Classic missed opportunity for cinematic.
You're an impressive fighter, Gale. You should consider a new name.
I take it you have some suggestions?
The Wizard Wonder. Or how about the Master of the Rune?
Tempting. But I think we might already have the maximum number of theatrical titles.
I'll try this. Let's move.
Where's it running off to?
Okay. Critical mess, of course.
The lance board is set.
That flourish had all the impact of Dracula's reflection in a mirror. Absolutely none.
least we only have one more hyena to deal with.
Swords meet sorcery.
Of course I missed.
So much for peace.
One last beastie before curtain call. This could use some thunder and organ music.
And I think that goes. Okay. Well, that went well. That went much better than I expected.
Another step forward.
Can I jump from here? Yeah.
Well, color me undead and surprised. No one bursts into flames or melodrama. Efficiency
needed.
suits you.
Let's...
Got a long road ahead. Never wanted the easy path.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Where am I needed?
If you don't leap dramatically off that ledge at least once, are you even living the gothic fantasy?
Okay.
Watch your back.
Astarion, you're going to be my,
Let's go.
You're going to be my, little, helper.
Sharp as ever. No one stopped me yet.
Well, hello.
Feather, fall for style points. Antidote if you want to survive. Tough choice between grace and living dangerously.
Yes. On my way.
What do you mean target is too far? Great.
Victory with barely any spilled guts. Now, that's what I call restraint.
I mean, it's, that's one way to deal with it.
Time is a flat circle in these dungeons. Who's really counting?
That should deal with them. Ah, of course you missed.
Destiny's cruel hand strikes again, like Bela Lugosi aiming for daylight.
Take much more.
the ready. Deep and move. Very well.
Okay. Well, that was bloody, but we did help. We did manage to run away from that battle. Oh, question is whether or not I can return here. Let's save somebody.
Sip's imaginary blood. This rural scenery is giving Nosferatu on vacation vibes.
No traps. I'm done.
Well met. I am a magical projection of Gale of Waterdeep, and if you see this manifestation, that means I have prematurely perished. However, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, it is of vital importance that my death be remedied at your earliest convenience. You may rest assured
Ads
that I do not
incoming,
speak out of
perfect moment
self-preservation
to support
alone.
our Nightwalker
Many
Ross
lives
with a
depend
sub
on
if
my
you fancy
return to the
keeping
living
the shadows
within the
lively.
span of 2 days. I trust I've made myself clear.
How am I supposed to bring you back to life?
I have upon my deceased person a magical item that can accomplish my return. But such is the value and rarity that it is protected by a multi-layered security protocol. I will now explain the protocol. Step 1 is to retrieve
Only
from
if
my
you're ready
person
for the
a
drama of
pouch I
resurrection.
wear over
Trust
my
me,
heart.
it's never as glamorous as in old
Next,
movies.
you must unthread the purple seam that seals it in a counterclockwise fashion. Do not touch any other colored strand. Inside the pouch, you will find a folded letter and a tiny flute. Unfold the letter and note the markings in the top and bottom corners. These are the notes you will need to play. Starting from the bottom right, play the notes in correct order, clockwise this time. Upon completion of the tune, a magma method will appear, which will pose the following question. Iskcha Chisnaga. This is Ignan for what is my name? The answer is Kasitrak Ash. Pronounce the name correctly, and the method will breathe on the letter. Stay clear, because the little scamp can melt metal. Words will now appear on the letter's surface, effectively turning the letter into a scroll of true resurrection. Use it to bring me back to life.
Fine, I promise I will do so.
Excellent. Now repeat my instructions back to me, please.
I got it. Seams, notes, names, the lot.
In that case, this will be an easy exercise. Step 1.
A scroll of
I'll
true
play along.
resurrection?
Step 1, retrieve
Even
the pouch.
Dracula would raise an eyebrow at that kind of comeback.
I should unthread the purple seam and counterclockwise.
Right. You then have access to the letter and the flute. Go on.
I should play the notes at Bottom left corner.
No, no, no. You start at the bottom right corner. Remember to play them clockwise. After that,
This one.
that's not even close. It's kasi, trach, ash. And pay attention to the trach part. Yeah, back of the throat. And so we have gone through the necessary steps again.
Blue
Let's
eyes,
hope practice
full
makes
health
perfect
bar.
in the end.
Looks like you're ready for a midnight
Best of luck
mischief.
with the protocol. May my cold, dead hands soon be refilled with the warmth of life so they can shake yours in gratitude.
We've saved me. I cannot take much more. My word, you did it! Oh, it's good to be alive. My hands are still cold, so that handshake will have to wait, but in the meantime, thank you.
You're welcome and welcome back.
Oh, it's a relief to be back on beautiful Faerun. The dreariness of the fugue plane oppresses one's soul so very quickly. That said, I assume you have some questions for me. Only fair to warn you I've precious few answers to spare. I apologize if that sounds thankless. It's just that some secrets simply cannot be revealed.
I brought you back to life. A few answers, is the least you can spare me.
I suppose that after all you've done for me, I should be at least a little bit forthcoming. Tell you what, I will answer one question that you may have, to the best of my ability, if I can.
Now, why did your projections say that many lives depended on your resurrection?
When I told you I need powerful magic to keep my condition under control, I didn't tell you why. Well, here's part of the why. I am dangerous. Not because I want to be, but because of
Spend
an
gold
error I made
just
in
to
the
wake
past.
up again. I've been
It makes me
dodging death
dangerous.
bills since the silent film era.
Even in death.
Pick option 2 if you want
You
real
brought me
drama.
back to life, and for that I am in your debt. But we're surrounded by danger. It could happen again. If it does, bring me back again. You must. For the sake of many.
Well, what do you mean Gil disapproves?
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
Always a delight to speak with you. What can I do?
Gale's just jealous you didn't offer him the last sip of magical wine by the fire. Classic tortured wizard move.
That protocol of yours, why make it so difficult?
The instructions were easy enough, weren't they? If slightly elaborate. Like I said, I'm dangerous even in death. I'm merely trying to protect those around me. I find that a healthy amount of theatrics, a voice from the beyond, a magic flute, a friendly, if highly combustible magma method, tends to make for a more compelling case. If nothing else, I'm sure I piqued your curiosity.
I never realized it was so easy to cast
I
magic.
assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mistra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Of course, as a sorcerer, these talents come to you quite naturally. I do hope you cherish that gift.
So what did you think about what I pictured when we were connected by the
I
weave?
was surprised, but pleasantly so. Just like I said, amid the madness that has befallen us, it seems almost out of place to think of a kiss. And yet, now more than ever, it's important to recall what makes us human. Well, you know what I mean. A stolen glance, that sudden heartbeat. Sometimes the little things are worth more than kingdoms. They promise things to come.
What do you make of having a vampire in our camp?
We all have our burdens, one way or the other.
Well. So.
Easy. Just promise not to bite the party before sunrise. Worked for Lugosi every time.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Skeletons are supposed to be able to talk.
Correct.
Are you going to explain further?
No.
You were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute.
Withers, think of him as your local afterlife, concierge,
bear great
resurrections, name
discontentment
changes,
with their
maybe
destiny.
even bone polishing if you ask nicely.
For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Will these hirelings be joining me willingly?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them.
Do you think I can trust these cultists?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Impressive. Are there other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave
Lurking in the shadows, brushing up on my Bela Lugosi impressions, standard undead business.
That's incredibly powerful magic. Why is it so easy for you?
because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
You mentioned the cost. What is it?
A matter of coin.
What if I don't have that kind of gold right now?
Then I shall wait here patiently until it is acquired.
At least you're straightforward. I want to resurrect
Very
someone.
well. Speak their name, and it shall be done.
I want to resurrect the Starion. Oh, actually, I want to resurrect all my fallen companions.
This is the price of balance.
Here's the gold.
Well counted. I recommend keeping my distance for a moment. By doom and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise. Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
I like to talk about hirelings.
Very well.
Recruit a hireling?
Impossible. Thy party is full.
I'll be back.
As thou desire.
Interesting.
Gale slurped that thing up
Guess
like a
even in
horse with a
death, there's
carrot.
bureaucracy.
I hope
No
he got
room
what
at
he
the inn
needed
for
from
more
it.
souls tonight.
I've known people who are hungry for power, but Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking. I wonder how he does it. Why he does it. I'm sure all will be revealed in time, but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
You can feed on me tonight if you'd like.
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. I'll see you tonight.
Waits dramatically by candlelight. Even vampires need intermissions.
Well, we've done some. We've done a lot. And let's just say we should save. And I think this is a good place as I need to end it. Let's see who is available for raid. Let's go to Luna Ghost Trick.